Hey, everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I am going to invite my girls, Allison and Ashley, so bear with me. It's always we're going to get started today talking about how you can stop trading time for money and how you can make money with your phone. Yay! Oh, we're so much faster today.
That was good.
I was like, type that stuff in. It only takes us what, like 5 weeks to get our act together on these.
It's hard.
How are you guys?
I'm all right. I sound like a man. I'm like all congested in my head.
Oh no. Well, we've got people popping on, and I'm super pumped because we're talking about. I feel like people are like, what do these girls do? Like, they talk about crap every week, but what are they actually doing? And we're going to talk about that this week.
I'm super excited. It's Friday and literally just got home from the beach and it was amazing. And I just love that I'm gonna be able to like go to the beach and actually work. I'm super
Right?
love
I'm the
that.
queen of I don't have a beach because I'm not in Florida. I'm in landlocked Indiana. Oh, technically we're not landlocked. There's a part of the state that touches Lake Michigan, but everything else is landlocked. But yeah, I get it. I go outside and work all the time. Like having time flexibility. Time flexibility, I think, is crucial.
Yes.
So, um, let's go back. I always like get all scattered at first because I'm excited to see you guys,
Yes.
and then and then I'm like, wait, we made a flyer and we told people we were going to talk about specific things. So I want to make sure that we hit those points. And I think the biggest thing is, as people are jumping on here, the whole goal of this is we want to talk about how you can live your best life. And I know that's like such a cliche thing to say, but it really is about being able to do things you love, um, and being able to make money in a way that allows you to do more things that you love, whether that's spending time with family, friends, etc., traveling, investing in other things, and finding ways to do that without working, six jobs and 150 hours every week.
Right.
So we all know each other as a result of working a business together that we do work from our phone. So I would love for people who are on here to just start chiming in, you know, maybe what they do currently or what they're looking for, if it's additional income, if it's additional time, if it's, things like that, just popping it in the comments, whether it's you're live or you can say it later, and that'll help us maybe answer some of those things too. So, what else do you guys want to add kind of at the top before we start diving into things?
Basically just it's like staticky. Do you guys hear that?
Yeah,
Is it
I don't know why.
me?
Is it
I think I
is
still
it me? I
hear
just
it, but
picked
I
up
don't know
my
who it
phone.
is.
It's
Oh,
not bad. It doesn't bother
Yeah,
me.
it's fine. I was
okay.
just like, wait a minute. Okay. But first I just like obviously everyone wants time freedom, but it is more of I would say you still have to work for it. But once you work for it, it could be residual income, which is the goal most people should have. And yes, it's still work, but it's from your phone on your own terms and literally has no, like, you can make as much as you want or you can make as little as you want. And that's why I like it.
Agreed. Ashley, you want to chime in?
Yeah. Yeah, I love that. It's basically, you get what you put in. And I know for me, and I don't know if we're going to share a little bit of like a backstory on us, but I know for me, I was looking for that extra piece on what I could do to, fully be present and help my husband with our gym and our business, but then also have that other part because at the time when this, entered our lives, we were going through the pandemic at our doors to them, and I just wanted to make sure that we had that other piece of income if God forbid like something happened, or even just to make up for a lot of that extra stuff, but where, like you said, we're not trading time for money. So I'm able to be present with my kids. I'm able to be present with husband at the gym and the business, but then also have this other thing that we needed for like that financial stability part where I can just simply do it from my phone. And I think, you know, once we start diving into what we really do with affiliate marketing, this was by far, it checked all the boxes for us and was the best thing that we had ever seen. Coming from, like, we've worked with other companies. My husband comes from the UFC. We kind of seen what's out there when it comes to pay percentage, and then like the other companies, like I said, you know, products and those types of things. And there's really nothing out there like this. And so we were all in, you know. And so yeah, I don't know if we're going to share a little
Yeah,
bit about
let's do.
us,
Let's
you know,
I
like
love
why.
hearing that. So it was a great opportunity and a perfect moment too, because it fit within what you guys were looking for,
Mhm.
you and your husband. I come from the world of I was a school teacher for 8 years, taught high school, but was always working in the world of fitness on the side. So I was working multiple jobs. Now that was at that time that was because I just wanted to do that additionally. The extra money certainly helped. When I when we had kids, I really wanted to be able to have more time with them. Now, being a school teacher was not bad, let's not lie, because I was off when they were off. But
Yeah.
when they were really tiny, I was like, ugh. So at that time, um, my my husband and I worked opposite jobs so that we would not have to have the kids in daycare. So we never saw each other because he was working during the day and then I would work at night. Well, that's obviously not ideal either. And that's how I jumped into the world of fitness, though. I would start work at like 4, and the kids would come with me to the gym for like an hour and a half. He would pick them up. And so we were constantly, because we were both in jobs where we had to physically be at the position for hours, 40 plus hours a week. Um, Fast forward, that was not good for a family situation because we were never seeing each other. So I started looking for other options, like how can I work from home? How can I have more flexibility to be with my kids, especially as they got older and things were like starting to ramp up, as you guys know, taking them 6 ways to never. Um, so I think the world of, if you're on here and you're in a job where you're trading time for money, you're working for corporate America, you're maybe working opposite times and never get to see your children or your family or something like that. Pop it in down below because we'd love to hear about that. But for me, it was about the pandemic as well as when I started doing this. But I had already been working from home for almost 20 years. So for me, this was a natural extension. Like who's going to a job now? My job that I was working from home, I still had to work like 50, 60 hours though.
Oh
That
wow.
was that
That's
was
a
the
lot.
part that was just getting old. And so I was looking for something else that would maybe allow me to hustle a little bit, save up some money, and not have to work that many hours. So that was kind of how I found this opportunity and the ability to work from your phone, work from anywhere, whatever, time I could fit in my schedule. What about you, Allison?
Um, well, I was a dental assistant for 8 years, and Peyton was born, and she went to the babysitters for the first. I was only like part-time. I mean, dental, you get banker's hours at a dental office, so it's not like you're not working long days, like half days sometimes. Like I literally probably worked like 23 hours a week, but I still had to go and trade my time for money, right? So like I was still away. I still had to take Peyton to the babysitters. And honestly, Nick was a mechanic at the time, and he was a manager. He was working till about 5, 6, 7 o'clock at night, and I knew even before we had kids and I was home in our apartment by myself, I did not want that life. And I was super young, but I knew, I was like, there's no way he's coming home at 6 o'clock at night. The kids, like, once we do have kids, they're going to be going to bed. We're not even going to see them. Like, this is crazy. So I found this kind of, like, I guess, income from your phone early, and I've been with a couple companies, but nothing like the one I'm with now, and that we are with really. But it's more in depth for me, I think, because I know this is where I need to be, and like just everything coming full circle now. Moving to Florida, quitting our jobs, like literally becoming entrepreneurs like overnight, and people thought we were crazy. So it's just a huge circle. And at age 30, it's just, we're super blessed to, I'm super blessed that I believed in myself that I could do something like this.
That's awesome. I love that. Like you're like, and we're moving,
Yeah.
and this job allows us to do it. And I'm reading some of the people in the comments too. They're like, I was working 4 to 11, then it was school, then back to work. Like, I think the pandemic was obviously a time when everybody kind of reevaluated. All three of us are like, and
Yeah.
reevaluating what in life makes sense for us. So let's kind of talk about what exists out there. You said you don't have to name other companies. Let's go with like the ones that you're specifically in, but let's talk about the things that I know. Like I can name off the top of my head people who live in my neighborhood. Like if I look, I can like look down at someone's house and say, oh, I know that person drives for Uber Eats. Like in addition to working there at Comcast, like 40
Yeah.
hours a week. What other things can you guys think of that you're like, oh my gosh, I know so many people who do kind of like a gig job in addition to what
Yeah.
they're
I
already
mean,
doing?
even just like waitressing or bartending, those Instacart shoppers, like
Right.
delivering groceries for Instacart, like delivering
Okay,
the
yeah,
groceries to people's doors. I know some people that do that.
I want to tap into, you said waitressing and bartending, because I for about 8 years, and it's funny because the people that we talk to from the fitness industry, just different people, I find that that usually is their side job. Like they will go and train their clients during the day, and then at night they're usually bartending or they're serving, or that's kind of where they are making their extra money. But a lot of them are actually obviously looking for something else, something healthier, where they're able to not be, working all hours of the night, where it actually even matches their lifestyle. Because I know for me, it was just one of those things, like I wanted something else. It was hard to, preach this like healthy lifestyle, and I'm training my clients, but then at night I'm bartending, and it doesn't really align. It was kind of like living two different lives. But a lot of people in the health and wellness industry, or trainers and things, they do that as a side hustle, and they are looking for something else that really aligns with what we do and what we preach every day. And so this is something that really aligns with that. But then also, as bartenders, as servers, we love that
mm,
same day pay,
Yeah.
and that's what we also get from this. And so
right.
usually when I'm talking to them, that it's like, okay, yeah, tell me where to sign up, because I love that. um, and then I did want to talk a little bit about how, like, we've worked with different companies, Ruben and I, different sponsorships and things like that,
Yeah,
and the
your
percentage is
commission,
so
is that what you're talking
low.
about? Your
Even
commission,
if
your
you
pay?
have, yes, yes, your payout is so low. It's
Yeah, I
usually
was gonna
every
say that's
30
the
to
killer.
90
Like
days.
90
And
days. You
then
got to wait 90 days to get your money.
90 days, and then you don't own that lifetime value
Uh,
of your
I know she's gonna say the
client.
lifetime value of
It's
your
like a
customer.
one time.
Yeah,
I'm freezing.
no, you're
Okay,
you're
good.
good.
help me out if I'm frozen. Okay, and so that was another thing that we loved, and to go back and use your link again. Basically, once they've shopped with you, they are your customer
Yeah.
forever. You guys go ahead and
No,
keep
you're
breathing.
good. No, we can hear you. You're good. But yeah, it's like you hit it nail on the head,
Okay.
honestly. Like that instant gratification that everyone wants, whether it's weight loss, scale. I mean, just seeing your money right away after you make a sale, like tips, bartending.
Hmm.
I mean, all of the things we named, like you can get tips for that people are doing as side jobs. And it's literally what you just said, instant gratification and getting that money right away. And what's
Yeah.
awesome is we do that here.
Right.
Yeah. I see a lot of people in the comments are like, yeah, I do Instacart. Another person's, tinting windows, stuff like
Mm-hmm.
that, in addition to what they're doing. I think so crucial piece number one, we've established we get paid daily, literally every day, actually twice a day. So if you're working, you're getting paid. The second thing, though, I think we should really touch on is because we're talking about all these other things. One, Ashley, you mentioned that some of those things were not sitting in alignment with what you were doing in the rest of your life. You know, you're trying to promote health and wellness. In the meantime, you're in an atmosphere that's like drinking and not eating well, and maybe smoke and all kinds of other stuff, staying up, not sleeping. So that was one. Number two, so many of those jobs that we've mentioned and that some of the people are popping in here, like Uber Eats, Instacart, you know, tinting windows, you are trading your time for money. So now this idea that like, okay, you just went and got another job that's taking you away from maybe the people or things that you want to be doing and want to be with. Again,
Right.
you know, to make that extra money. And I think that was a critical piece. That was probably the number one piece for me, because while I loved what I was doing, I was also sick of working, because I was working like 60 or 70 hours a week, every week. Even though I was at home, it wasn't improving the quality of my life, because people were like, oh, yeah, great, you worked from home. Yes, but I was a slave to my computer, and or I was traveling. So I was still gone all the time. So yay, it was awesome, but I was also never getting to be with the people that I wanted to be with. So I was like, well, how am I going to make more money so that I don't have to do that as much without doing more stuff away from my family? Like, how is that going to work? I could have went and got a job at Lowe's. I could have went and done a lot of these things. This was the crucial piece for me, that I could do it anywhere, anytime, in the little literal nooks and crannies of my day. Because I was like, I'm going to do it 15 minutes in the morning when I wake up, and 15 minutes when I take a break, and 15 minutes at lunch, and 15 minutes at the, like, and then I'm like, okay, I managed to squeeze in an hour and 20 minutes today. That wasn't that much, because what would I have been doing on those 15 minutes? Wasting time, guaranteed.
Right.
What a wasted time.
No.
Because I just like took my phone and went outside and did it, and I probably would have been outside anyway. So I just kind of maximized those breaks that I was taking.
Right. And like just setting that time even aside, like Peyton just started kindergarten, and I'm not even gonna lie to you, it's only day 2. And sitting in that car line or ride, picking up my daughter, literally we sit there for 15 minutes before it even starts moving. And I am like, this is insane. And I told Nick, I'm like, well, I can bring my work along, and I can actually sit here and do intentional work in my car waiting for Peyton.
Okay, who on this call sits in car line? We need to know who's in either picking up your children from schools, or they might be doing it right now and they're sitting in their car watching us live on IG, or they're at sport practice.
I'm like mind blown. I'm not even gonna lie to you, because yesterday was the first day and I've never sat in a car line and ride, but you see all these moms on Instagram like videotaping themselves taking pictures. I said to Nick, because obviously he wasn't working yesterday or today because he had off, and I'm looking at him, I'm like, dude, we're like those parents on Instagram sitting in their car bitching that we're sitting here waiting for our kids. I was like, wow, this is really crazy. I was like, but I could sit here and do intentional work and actually make money while I'm sitting here. And literally, I could make a sale sitting in the car, and I will get paid for it as soon as we get home. I was like, that's insane.
Crazy.
Like, and I don't have to be on my phone more than 15 minutes. Like, as long as you're consistent, you're putting in the work, finding those times you want to sit and work, like, you will make the money. I mean, I was with other companies, and like, I'm going to tell you, this company spoon feeds us what we need. Like,
yeah,
everything.
Okay. So let's dive in a little bit, because I'm sure people are still like, well, what exactly are you doing? So we're kind of combining what I like to think of as all the best things that you see out there in all of these other gig economies. So let's just talk about the big one, because I don't care who you are, you have probably bought something on Amazon. Like, everybody knows and understands Amazon.
If you've bought something on Amazon, comment below and say Amazon, because I know you have.
Maybe we should say who hasn't bought on Amazon. That would be the better comments down below. But for real, you guys, if you have bought on Amazon, like, either wave at us, put an emoji in, something, because we just want to see. that idea that we can just share a product, or better yet, look, people are like Amazon. The people who joined, the you see a product and then you're instantly like, oh, this is simple enough. Like you press that little share button.
Yeah.
Okay, so you shared that product with someone and Amazon just made more money. Did you make any money? No, but you shared it. Like you could have made money because that's what we do. We just share it and then we make money. So combining that idea of online sales that we're all very, very familiar with the idea that you could do it from your phone. So it's a literal push of a button, ding. And you could text it, you could send it to them in Facebook, you could send it via Instagram, you can put that link in TikTok. Like literally, if there is a social media platform or it's from your phone, we can put our link there. And then the idea that it is a gig economy because you're getting paid, you're getting paid, getting paid, getting paid. And the last one, I think that Ashley did already mention that they are the lifetime customer. So it becomes it's residual
Right.
income and
We lost
more
Ashley.
passive. We lost her. We're gonna keep going. This is like the
Yeah.
day you were at the
I
beach.
know.
Dang, Allison at the beach and it stormed.
That is
Yeah,
so true.
someone pointed out too, you actually, if you are an affiliate with Amazon, so like anybody can just share and you don't have to be an affiliate and you get paid zero. Even when you are, it is very, very minimal.
It's like 2 to 10% or something.
Yeah,
crazy.
I was going to
Like,
say, I think the average is between 3 and 5%
yeah.
for the people who do it religiously.
And that's a lot of work. And plus you're buying a whole bunch of random stuff to try on or share or whatever. And then you have to post about it religiously, like you said.
Yeah.
Like, but the whole thing where it's just like you're about the customers and like the lifetime of the customers. I heard before that if you buy from Amazon or you send them a link for Amazon or like to know it or whatever it might be, it expires in 24 hours.
Oh,
so
yeah, I forgot about that.
If they don't go on and buy, you don't even get the freaking sale. I'm like, oh my gosh, this is horrible.
Okay, I think I have to invite her again. Hold, please. Okay. I'm like, why isn't she getting back on? Because
I thought
techno.
maybe her phone died.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. She did tell us that.
Oh,
Oh, hi, she's back.
She's back.
So
I don't know what happened.
that we don't. I would like to claim that I know, but even though I work from my phone, I can make lots of money from my phone, but I may not be able to get you back on your Instagram live.
Yeah.
So yeah, and the other thing is people start getting wigged out. They're like, "Is this an MLM?" There's so much drama and taboo around MLMs, and let's just go there first of all. Let's just go there. Number one, this is not an MLM, but number two, if it were, who cares? Well, I don't know why people get so worked up about MLMs. There used to be a thing called like pyramid schemes where you couldn't ever make what the person above you made. Hey, guess what? I worked in corporate America for 20 years. That's a freaking pyramid scheme.
Yeah, I agree.
I was never making more than the CEO, and he certainly wasn't going to give me a raise near what he was making. So what is so wonderful about what we do, though, is we deal directly with customers. We sell direct ship. So it's the same way that you work with Amazon, like you're just selling to customers. And that's, I think, 85% of our business, 80 to 85% of our business. So it's a commission line based just on that. So people, I think tend to get a little weirded out when you start talking about affiliate marketing or social retail or e-commerce. Are you selling your things on Etsy? That's no different than if you went and had a booth at like a craft fair and you were selling it to people. You've just taken it online. You've just taken it to your phone. So that's exactly what we do. We all work in the health and wellness field, so we're dealing with health and wellness products. And the joy is you can do it in Carline and everything else. Yeah, someone said the average job is a pyramid scheme. Correct! Average job is a pyramid scheme, people. So get over it. You're all working for the man. And that's fine if you want to.
Right.
I did not want to anymore.
Yeah.
So we just need to know that there are options out there. So let's hear a little bit more, Allison, about how you work this into your daily life. You
Okay.
mentioned because just because I want to, you're in Caroline and you're doing that, but talk about like what other things that you do that makes this very easy for you to work this in, and especially because it's been a transitional season for you with little people, summer,
Yeah.
some of them are starting school.
So
How you made that work?
right now, I'm going through a new season starting next week. Peyton will be in school full time. I will have Tony most of the time here. She'll go to the babysitters like twice a week just to get around kids more. It's literally the only reason I'm really sending her. But she still naps and stuff, so I'm still gonna have that time to sit down and actually work my business, which is awesome. But before, I would do it when I just honestly filled it in the nooks and crannies of my day. And I would set additional time aside instead of sitting there scrolling on Instagram for 15 minutes, like you said, outside. I would put that into time to work, right? I do stories. I just stay consistent and in my stories every single day, showing people my life basically because that's what people want to see. And I do have two little kids. So for me, it's just now I definitely have time to be consistent, sit down at the same time every day and work. But before it was kind of just by the seat of my pants whenever I had time. And honestly, a lot of my work got done when the kids went to bed at night.
Okay, what about you,
I
Ashley?
love that we all get to share like our different ways because for us there were a few different ways. First thing was that basically the tools and resources were there, so we were able to share on our social media platforms right away. We had the tools, we had the fact sheets, whatever we needed to shoot over. But then because we do have a brick and mortar with our gym, that provided the QR code. So that was another way that we really didn't have to do anything. We just brought it into our gym. We had our QR code, all the things, no inventory, and or overhead. So we're able to do it that way with, presenting it to our clients and that kind of thing. Now, when it comes to the work piece, I would say same thing for me. So I like to get my work done in the morning. I would just wake up a little bit earlier, knock it out with my coffee. And that was really how it just was like a part-time thing. And then you guys know, like we've been with this business for a while now. Hopefully I'm not freezing. So like 3 years now, it's full time for me. So I'm able to do it a little bit in the morning and a little bit in the evening. And then if I, trickle in the daytime as well.
Yeah, I think again, one of the things that I love is the fact that this is completely time flexible, like work from your phone from anywhere, on whatever hours work for you. Obviously, there does have to be some work or you won't make money. You got to share your code and I think one of the things that I love though, so for me, because I don't have kids at home anymore, I can, I can structure my hours however I want. I tend to do a lot of my work super early in the morning. When I wake up, that is when I'm the most productive, and I am a morning like early bird. So getting up at 4 4:30 a.m. is natural. Like I wake up that early and I dive in. So I will typically do 10 minutes of meditation. That's how I like to start my day. If I can, I try to do it outside if it's not raining or weird. And then I'll do my gratitude, like write down my gratitude journal immediately afterwards. Then I will walk my dog so that I can like do that and listen to a book while I'm doing that. And then put in like a solid 45 minutes of actionable items in the business. And I literally set a timer and have a checklist.
Yep.
And whatever I am aiming to do that day, I choose the what I perceive to be the hardest items and do them first.
Yes.
So because those are going to be the ones that I want to procrastinate like, if I wait till later in the day. So I'm like, okay, we're getting these hardest items. So again, I get up, I do my meditation, I do my gratitude, walk the dog, listen to a book, and then go into a good solid 45 minutes, an hour if I'm feeling like really productive or it takes me that long. I find that after doing a consistent hour, like 60 minutes of hard things, like things that maybe are perceived to be hard by me, or scary or like sweaty, like nervous, anxious things, whatever it is, I need to take a break. So then I'll eat breakfast. And that's when so mine is like crazy early in the morning. Like all that happens by like 5:30, 6 a.m.
Right.
And then throughout the day, I can do like little 15-minute bursts, or we are so lucky that we get on calls like this. So like for those of you who are on and you're listening to this and hearing about like what we do and how we work from our phone and how we make money, the three of us have an accountability call with each other every Tuesday. And when I say accountability, sometimes it's literally like, what'd you guys do this last week? Did you get crap done? Oh, life took over? Okay, well, get it together. Sometimes it's literally that, or it's like, this week was blah, blah. It could be like a moment, but we have an accountability call. That's a part of what we do, because then it also helps us to generate some kind of enthusiasm and interest. Like we can get all of our bleh out, and then like, okay, we still love what we do. We got that off our chest. Let's move into this, because people are going to ask, oh, wait, is this an MLM and you're all on the same team? No, we're not. We are all, just in this business doing it together. And we have a call so that we can encourage, share ideas, mentor each other. Like, oh, I did this and it worked really well. Or I made this resource. Do you want it? That's what's so amazing about this business, is that the people in this business are geniuses, and we all have different strengths, and we all share ideas and help mentor each other.
Yeah. I will say, this company and community that we have here is like nothing I've ever been a part of before. Just from uplifting, motivation, like not even just like do this, like pounding it in your head to do things to make money, like everyday life accountability, the friends you make, like the motivation, all of the things. It's not even just like, oh, you didn't make a sale today, I'm not talking to you today kind of thing. Like literally it's all, the community is just so strong here. And I was talking to someone the other day and I just said, like, other companies, like I knew I had leadership in me, but I wasn't in the right atmosphere for them to come out, or environment. And now I just feel like everyone can grow here.
Culture. Yeah. We have a phenomenal culture. And I don't think a lot of people who are going into, whether it's a work from home or at work at an office 9-to-5 job, can say that they love the culture of their company. And I think we can safely say we can.
Going into an office job, sitting at their cubicle or whatever, hating life. There's no windows. People are just like not in a good mood. They're very like in and out. They don't talk to you. Like I luckily never had a job like that, so I didn't have to go through that. But I hear stories all the time.
Yeah. So again, because I still see new people jumping on. You guys, we're talking about the ability of being able to monetize your social media. And I'm not talking about being some crazy influencer, because I don't think any of us would say we're influencers. Do you guys have 10,000 followers?
I literally just had my Instagram hacked like 4 months ago. I have like 400 followers.
See?
You really need 0 followers to do this.
Yeah, exactly. You need exactly 0. You just need to be willing to like talk to people in life.
Exactly.
I think people get things in their head too about being, if you're going to do this, that you have to have some crazy following. No, you just have to have engagement. Yeah. So whether that's 5 people or that's 50,000, because so many of those accounts are fake followers. They've bought their followers, so they don't have a ton of engagement. So it's critical if you actually grow it organically and you get your people to respond to you. And again, you don't have to. I work with, there are a lot of people in this business that we can all attest to that don't have social media at all, that are doing this very successfully. Yes. So it's that idea that we can do it by just sharing products that we love, things that you're already doing. You go all the time and tell people, oh, well, I love this taco sauce and I bought this at such and such a grocery. Well, you're not getting paid to do that. You're getting paid to do what we do.
The thing that pops out in my head the most, and I've already seen it, is like the Starbucks pumpkin spice lattes.
I saw that too, and I was like, wait, isn't it still August?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, first
shouldn't we still be doing cold brews?
Go look at the nutrition facts on them. You'll never drink one again.
Facts. I can tell you how to cheat
Oh my
it.
God. But seriously, like I'm already seeing people post them and like your Starbucks drinks and all like that's awesome you guys are posting that stuff. Don't get me wrong. Like, yeah, I'm gonna watch your stuff that you're buying on Amazon and all those types of things. But you're not getting paid for it. We can earn up to like 38% commission, which is
Okay,
insane.
so we have to be obviously we have to be very careful because we're not getting paid salaries. It's sales. It is
Right.
sales. So we can't make like claims about
Right.
what you're gonna make. But I'm gonna have a real like truth moment because I can tell you what I made and I'm willing to share.
Okay.
So I started this, and here's another indication that you don't have to have social media. You don't have to go be a busybody. You don't have to do. I literally just had conversations with people. Now I am lucky. I started April 20th of 2020. People, that's when we were all in lockdown, literal lockdown. I'm lucky because I'm in Indiana, and I I was on a farm, so I could still go outside. I could like still be outside without being close to anyone. All I did was text people. I didn't, I wasn't seeing anyone in person. I wasn't using my social media. I was texting people I know and phone. I had a few phone calls, but it was mostly text. My very first month, so 30 days. In 30 days, I had 51 people who bought, and I made $3,251
That's good.
in 30 days by texting a link from my phone. And I was working my full-time job still. So I was working probably close to 50 hours at that time. So I was doing this like 10 minutes in the morning, 10 minutes at lunch, 10 minutes after, like just, hey, so and so, I really think that you would like this. I've been using it. Here's how I felt. Would you want to try it?
Right.
Yep.
That's all it takes. It's literally not rocket science. And like
It's,
some people sit and they like question themselves. They doubt what people are going to say. They're worried about what others are going to say. I mean,
do
I
you
don't
worry about
care.
that when you're sharing your pumpkin spice?
Exactly. After
Right.
you just drank 800 grams of sugar, but you love your pumpkin spice.
Who had a pumpkin spice on this call? who who got
Don't get me wrong. I love the pumpkin spice lattes, but like I have not drank one since I looked at the nutrition facts.
um I will well, here, look, I'm not going to get paid for this, but the macro
Yes,
barista
he's good.
Oh yeah.
on Instagram, look, we're all like, we know him,
Yep.
does all kinds of coffee drinks. And he's not just to Starbucks. He does lots of different and even shows you how to make them at home. But he's a good one to look to try and make those healthier. People don't be drinking
And
those
save
800
money. I
calories.
mean, Starbucks. I can go to Starbucks and get 3 drinks and pay freaking $20, which is insane.
Okay, we've gotten a little off track. Let's go
Okay.
back to talking about specifically what we do because I know people in here are like, well, this is great. Look, someone's having a Dunkin' Donuts. Yes, thank you for sharing. Um, so we work from our phones. Again, you just have to be able to send a link to someone. So that's why we say from our phones. It doesn't have to be via social media. We are sharing health and wellness products, everything from my very, very favorite, the collagen we talked about a couple weeks ago, but all the stuff that if you go back and you look at our lives, we've talked about gut health, we've talked about collagen and the different types of collagen that we share. There are loads of other products that we're probably going to end up talking about on our lives, but those are, I think, the biggest ones is the 5 day drop, the 5 day reset, the gut health metabolic reset, the collagen, and then the specific gut health issues and the importance of gut health. So, because all of us work in health and wellness, so that's why this particular uh, company resonated with us. I think the other crucial piece for everybody to know is that ours is third party tested, true third party tested, and has PubMed.gov published science on it because people are like, ooh, I don't necessarily want to deal with supplements. Supplements aren't regulated. It is rough. We already spoke to how great the commission structure is as opposed to looking at your Amazons, your Etsy's, your, a lot of these other businesses or even your gig economies, your Instacarts, your Uber Eats. And the amount of commission that you're getting, is very small. Typically, the average, I think the industry average is between 3 and 5%. and ours goes between 10 and 36%. Plus, we didn't mention global shares. You can actually earn global shares of the company, and you own this business. It's willable to people. You can sell it. It's sellable. So massive differences, and we get paid daily. So if you're interested in doing those things, what would you guys say to them here at the end? Because of course, as always, we go over.
I would just say to trust your gut. If it's something that interests you, even if you're looking for $200 extra a month to pay for groceries, this is literally something that we can help you with and walk you step by step through everything, mentor you. I mean, just on life in general, but don't count yourself out, okay? Don't downgrade yourself because of something like this and you're scared what others are going to think. This could truly be life-changing just like it is for us.
Yep. I love that, Allison. And so I think too, the number one thing I feel like people, when they hold back, it's just that confidence piece. And so if they know, just know that you're going to be supported, know that you will have anything and everything that you need to succeed. But I feel like the support part is so important. And so, you know, get with whoever you're connected to. If you're watching this video, get with them. And just know that we've been doing this for a while. Like, we're credible, because I think there's a lot of things out there and you really want to know, you know, have they actually, how, you know, how long have they been doing this, and is this credible? And, you know, I can speak for all three of us with that. I know that we will have whoever that comes on board, I know we can help them and to truly, you know, help them to be successful in whatever way that they want to make of this.
Yeah. And just to reiterate what you guys said, I think the tools, number one, that's super important. And we have big mastermind sessions. Well, I shouldn't say big. They're actually very intimate mastermind sessions, but there are lots of them, training tools with people in our business that are huge in multiple entrepreneurial businesses. And we're talking real estate, we're talking restaurant owners, we're talking, you know, not just kind of a direct sales or e-commerce or social retail. We're talking multiple different entrepreneurs that have like 20, 30 years of experience. And that's who is mentoring and masterminding us and helping us with the systems and tools that we use. So that's a critical piece. But yeah, and the other thing is it doesn't cost thousands of dollars to start our business.
True.
Yeah. I think that's a critical piece too. So
yeah. So
as always, ladies, it's a pleasure to get to see you on a Friday afternoon. And for those of you hopping on, if you have questions, please don't hesitate to hit any of us up in private messenger, or just respond on here, because we'll get you the information that you need. And hopefully we'll see everybody next Friday.
Yes.
Ooh, we're going to talk about product next Friday.
Yes.
It's going to be good. I'm excited for next Friday.
Yes, it's going to be so good.
And it's so tasty too.
Yes.
Those are your hints. That's all we're going to say.
All right, guys. Have a good day.
Okay. Bye.
Ready? Bye.